I think contact and connection is something that you're always working on improving. It really never is totally perfect. And the tricky part is that every horse is different. So, hello, I'm going to go over with you a quick contact and connection quiz. So if you want to take this quiz, click the link below. I've worked really hard to put together a resource to help you understand a little bit more about contact and connection and roundness. I don't know about you, but I feel like this is one of the most difficult parts about riding is how to get your horse to accept the bit, how to have your horse soft, how to have your horse round. And the tricky thing is that every horse is a little different. Some horses curl, some are strong, some are light, some are heavy. So I'm going to take you through this step by step. We're going to go through the quiz, and then at the end, I'm going to give you 3 tips to help you improve your contact and connection. But first, before we get started, let's talk about what is contact, what is connection. So contact is the relationship between your elbow and the horse's mouth. So it's really just about, do you have a contact? There should be a slight pressure, like your reins shouldn't be flopping, but your reins also shouldn't be super tight. So you want to have a straight line from elbow to mouth and about the weight of a full soda can in your hand. That is the right amount of contact. When we talk about connection is a lot more complicated. Connection is the hind leg through the back and into your hand. So it's like the whole circle of energy between you and your horse. So first part of this quiz is all about your horse's frame. And so go ahead and you're going to select which answer, or you can type it below. Does your horse tend to be hollow and inverted with her head straight up in the air? Does your horse tend to curl and duck behind the contact? That's Mr. Mercurio here. Is your horse inconsistent? So some horses tend to be like head up and then behind, or is your horse perfectly round and on the bit? And what's really cool about this quiz is that once you fill out the questions, I'm going to give you a personalized response and help you understand, why is curling bad? Why is hollow bad? And then how can you fix that? Step 2 of this quiz is, how is your contact? And every horse is a little bit different in the contact. So go ahead and you're going to select which answer. Is your horse too heavy and leaning onto the bit? Do you feel like your arms are going to fall off at the end of the ride? Number 2 is your horse curling behind and too light and won't touch the bit? Or are you lucky enough to have a horse who's just right in the contact? So now that we've understood a little bit about frame, we understand about contact, the third question is all about connection. Remember that connection is hind leg through the back into the mouth. And this is where it gets really tricky, because you might be riding along and the frame is good. Your horse looks round. The contact's good. You're like, I have the right amount of contact in my hand. And then you go to do a transition and all of a sudden your horse's head flies up, or they get really heavy and strong and you can't get the transition to happen. So that's a sign that you need to work a little bit on your connection. So go ahead and you're going to type into your quiz, does your horse tend to hollow in a transition or drop behind? Or there's a lot of different things that can happen, but your goal is that when you ride transitions, you want to maintain the exact same weight in your hand. So you really want to feel that weight of a soda can and that it remains even and consistent, whether you're riding an upward or a downward transition. And that's where it gets tricky. So make sure you fill out that quiz and I will send you a personalized email based on your answers and your specific horse, because let's face it, every horse is different. But before we go, I want to share with you 3 quick tips to help you improve your contact. This is Mercurio here. Mercurio is a PRE and he definitely has a tendency to want to curl. So tip number 1, when we are focusing on establishing contact and working towards developing connection, is forward. So the first thing that you want to do when you get on your horse is you just want to establish the forward energy. So it's 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. You always want to ride from the leg and to the hand. So that means that your forward driving aids, which are your legs, need to be more dominant than your rein. So I'm thinking about riding him from the leg to the hand, from the leg to the hand, from the leg to the hand. Then, once you have your horse going forward to the hand, you might be saying, but Amelia, my horse is not as submissive and he's not as nice as Mercurio. So step 2 is bend. Getting your horse bending evenly left and right. Best way to work on bend is a little groundwork and some circles. But by getting your horse bending left and right, and connecting your horse from inside leg to outside rein, that's going to really help if you have a horse that's hollow, or if you have a horse that won't really accept the contact, or if you have a horse that's fussy, and even if you have a horse that curls like Mercurio, by pushing him off the inside leg and maintaining a really steady outside rein, I'm really working on that connection. Then, once you feel like, okay, my horse is going forward, my horse is accepting the contact, next step is to test some transitions. So can you ride a transition and keep that same contact? So wasn't bad. He came a little bit above the bit in that transition. But again, I'm thinking about from the leg to the hand riding forward. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. On a circle lines and bending lines always are a great exercise to improve your contact and connection. Good boy. Leg to hand, leg to hand, leg to hand, leg to hand. And then always make sure that you work your horse evenly. So every horse has a hollow side and a stiff side. Every horse is crooked. And so your job as a rider is that you want to make sure that you're working your horse evenly in both directions. I'm going to test. Ooh, that was a little fast. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I'm going to do that again. So that time he a little bit overreacted and the connection wasn't so good. So I'm just going to set it up again. Mercurio is a little hot. Half halt. Good boy. That was a better transition. Think about your seat. Think about the rhythm. From the leg to the hand, from the leg to the hand, bending around my inside leg. Don't curl. There, good boy. From the leg to the hand, good boy. And trot. 1, 2, 2. Good boy, good boy. So it's definitely not perfect yet on Mercurio, but I think contact and connection is something that you're always working on improving. It really never is totally perfect. And the tricky part is that every horse is different. So Mercurio, he always likes to curl a little bit behind the contact. Your horse might be the opposite and like to be hollow and stiff. But it's just all about following the format and then adjusting your plan a little bit based on what your horse needs, because you need to ride a horse that curls with a very different approach from a horse that tends to be hollow. So don't forget to take that quick 30-second quiz so I can send you your personalized contact and connection quiz. Thanks for watching this video, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Don't forget to subscribe, and that way you'll be notified when I make a new video just for you.